Hey guys, Paul from Maymau Media, and today is going to be a fairly quick video talking about the brand new DPA 2017 shotgun microphone. Released recently and also purchased by me recently with my own money. I am not associated with them. So this is a short shotgun, about 7.5 inches long, fits really well as an on-body microphone for a camera like the Sony FX6. It'll be replacing my Deity S-Mic 2S, which is also a really nice shotgun, but that mic is only gonna migrate its way over to the FX3, so it's not as though it's going to waste. However, this is a brand new microphone, and as luck would have it, I'm guessing some sort of test model or something. I found this thing used for $700 US, which is a crazy good deal as it's a brand new microphone that was just released for $999 US. So too good of an opportunity to pass up. I've been looking for a chance to upgrade my shotgun microphone for a little while now, and seemed like it was worth taking the chance. A few things about the form factor before I actually hook it up so you can hear what it sounds like. The form factor on this mic is, as I said, relatively short. It's got a good length interference tube for a solid amount of off-axis rejection. And then it's also, it's symmetrical all the way around. A lot of shotguns will generally have a left and a right side interference tube, those little slits or lines on the sides of the microphone. So you have to have it rotated correctly in order to get the maximum amount of performance out of the interference tube. But for this microphone, you can see that they've created it fully symmetrical all the way around. There's slits all the way around the microphone. Kind of a small added perk, but it's kind of nice that I don't have to worry about the way that it's rotated when I mount it on the camera or on a boom mic. There's a lot of other impressive microphones out on the market, and a lot of them in the similar price point. So what drew me to the DPA was a few things. Number one, it doesn't have as much coloration. It's got a little bit more of a flat response coming out of the microphone. If anything, there's some presence boost built into it. I think they expect you to use this in harsh conditions, considering that they built it so strong and robust. And so I think as such, they expect you to be running it with a lot of wind protection. Of course, a majority of the work that we do, I'll be covering it with a wind fuzzy, or I'll be running it inside of like a blimp when it's on a boom if we're outdoors. And so I think it's really, really nice that there isn't quite so much low end built into the mic. Of course, with the higher end DPA 4017, they have a presence boost switch on the body of the microphone, which is of course lovely, but at twice the price, it's kind of nice that they thought that through and decided if they were going to default in one direction to give you that brighter coloration by default. It's going to be an on-camera mic for me a lot of the time, and then often I'll be taking it off the camera, putting it up on a boom and back again. And so it will get a lot of handling and a lot of use, and as well as, it'll be exposed to the weather a fair amount as well, and they've taken that into consideration. They've designed it in a way where they think it isn't 100% rainproof, but it will dry out and perform faster than some other mic designs. No idea how they did that, and I haven't shot it in the rain yet, but I can say that the fact that they've thought it through and said it out loud makes me feel a little better about taking it out in some variable conditions. Enough talking about it, let's talk into it. All right, just so you get a sense of how far away it is from me, I'm gonna let this poke into the frame just ever so slightly. So you can see right there, that's about 12 to 14 inches away from my face, and it is pointed pretty much direct line of sight down towards my chest. So I'm talking into the plane of the microphone. Now, of course, this isn't generally speaking the preferred style of microphone when recording indoors. The combing effect can come through, the phasing effect, I think it can be called as well. Generally speaking, the interference tube can present issues with reflected sound coming off the walls and hitting the capsule at different times. So basically the idea is my voice is hitting the mic and then also reflecting off, and then slightly later in time, that same audio is coming into the interference tube at various distances, and those waves are canceling each other out, which is essentially what the interference tube is designed for. It's just kind of a fatal flaw when recording indoors. I can't imagine it's too big an issue. I don't have a particularly reverberant room. It is very cluttered in here, and I generally try to keep all my flat surfaces covered in foam. Of course, you can see the wall behind me, but hopefully, other than the table and the wall behind my computer, hopefully this is a good enough room for you to get a good sense of audio indoors. Of course, what you were listening to before is the Sennheiser MKH8050, which is a cardioid pattern microphone with no interference tube. So it's obviously designed for indoor recording and as such should outperform this microphone. But as I said, it's not a particularly reverberant room. So hopefully this is still a good sounding microphone for indoor uses and you get a good sense of what you can expect from this microphone. I've also done a few outdoor tests. Recently picked up a Rycote Super Shield kit. It was time. As much as I love these wind fuzzies, they just don't always do the job in certain really windy conditions. And given that Spencer and I have been leaning into a more documentary style filmmaking, where we sort of just let our clients do whatever it is that they want to do and we try to keep up, it was finally time for us to invest in a Super Shield, which some people refer to as a blimp, and just be able to get that audio performance at the highest possible level, even in outdoor harsh conditions. So I'm gonna run outside and just do a few audio tests so you can get a sense of what it sounds like in an outdoor environment as well. All right, so the channels 1 and 2 are my two primary shotgun mics that I'm trying to decide between in terms of outdoor interview setups. So here inside of this Windjammer is the Sennheiser MKE600 plugged into channel 1, and it looks like it's actually peaking just a little bit higher than channel 2. I shouldn't have turned channel 2 down quite so much. All right, that's probably better. Now McAllen is outside and tiptoeing around the new car. Maggie's packing up the trunk over there and her engine is still running. So curious about background. There's a trunk. And that's probably 25 feet away, 30 feet away. So I've only used this on a couple jobs and of course, just some of this minor testing that I'm showing you here today, but I can comfortably say it's a really good microphone. It's a great form factor. It's built very well and it sounds fantastic. So I think this will become my new full-time shotgun microphone and you will be hearing it for years to come. If you have any questions about this mic, leave them in the comments down below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up so we know to make more stuff like this in the future. And beyond all that, thanks for listening and we'll see you next time.